friends, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about why Kiwami 3 would not be a good idea for RGG Studios to make. Now, as you know, Tokyo Game Show is just around the corner. I think it starts tomorrow or something. And apparently there's going to be an announcement on the 27th, which is Yakuza related. And I have no idea what to expect, but I just wanted to make this video, to kind of say why there would be a lot of other better ideas than Kiwami 3. Now, Yakuza 3 came out as part of, the HD collection recently for the PS4. And this alone, to me, it would make it feel like, why would you remake 3 after already releasing it as part of an HD collection just recently? And when you take into account the fact that something like Yakuza 1 and 2 were, on the PS2, so they were the games that needed the Kiwami treatment more than 3, I would say, personally, 3 is pretty playable, despite, some of the couple of things that might irk you in combat, but it's fairly playable. And it just seems to me like there is at least a dozen better ideas than to remake this particular entry. For example, there are some entries in the series that never saw the light of day outside of Japan, which include the samurai games Kenzan, Kenzan, Ishin, and of course there's also the Black Panther spin-offs for the PSP, which were exclusive to that particular console. Now imagine if they would remake Kuroyo for the PS4 or the PS5 in modern day graphics, and I honestly don't know what they could do with the combat. They could put it the same as is with improvements. They could tailor it to being more like the mainline Yakuza games, giving Tatsuya his own style. See, there's a lot of things they could work with when it comes to something like Kuroyo. But with Yakuza 3, it would just honestly feel like a super quick cash grab in the middle of making Yakuza 8 maybe. And for that reason, I just feel like it's useless, it's pointless, it's a waste of time, especially considering we got the HD remaster pretty recently. And, when you take into account the fact that they could rework some of the games that, we didn't get, it just seems like it's not a good idea to remake 3 at all. Now, assuming Kiwami 3 is going to happen, which again, it might not, so if Kiwami 3 is going to happen, it's either going to happen in the midst of the development of Yakuza 8 to get some money out of that, or they are just going to make Kiwami 3 because they have no particular plans for Yakuza 8, which I honestly doubt. Especially considering the big curve, so to speak, that 7 took. I would say they planned at least one more game ahead because of that change. Now personally, as you may know, I'm not a big fan of the samurai games, but I still would think it would make so many people happy to see them here. Not even with the Kiwami treatment, just localized and playable in English. A lot of people missed out on those. A lot of people don't have the means to get them. Maybe it's too expensive for them to import it. Yada yada yada. There's a lot of reasons why some people maybe couldn't play these games. And then, for example, you have with Kuroyo, like we mentioned, there's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of things they could, change or add. Like, it makes you wonder, Kuroyo having around 20 fighting styles, how would they implement that in the Dragon engine, seeing all of those really different fighting styles? Are they going to put them as is, or are they going to revamp the moves? Are they going to add moves to those styles? We don't know. Which makes it way more exciting for me to anticipate a Kuroyo remake than a Kiwami 3 remake. Kuroyo had a fan translation in the making, but unfortunately, with life's hiccups, the project came to an end. So it would be really amazing to see that game getting some love from, the devs again. I think that at the very least, at this point of time, Kiwami 3 would not be very much of a good idea. Maybe sometime in the future, I don't know. But as it stands, it's way too soon for Kiwami 3. What about you folks? Do you think Kiwami 3 would be a good idea, or do you think there are other games that would need that treatment more? Maybe, you know, they could make a sequel to Judgment. Maybe they could make an entirely new spin-off. Maybe they could make an entirely new game that is not related to Yakuza. Do you think Kurio needs the Kiwami treatment more? Do you think the samurai games need that? Do you think they don't need it? Do you think they just need to port them? You know, discuss this kind of thing in the comments. I would like to read through what you think. Because for me personally, in conclusion, I would say that Kiwami 3 is absolutely unnecessary. And if I had to choose, I would choose either remaking the Kurio games or even just porting them to the PS4 or the PS5, whatever, because I would very much love to play those games in English, and I think I'm gonna have a blast with them as I did playing them in the Japanese release. Now, before ending the video, I want to give a special thanks to the Hania members of the channel: Godfather Grizz, Xeo Silas, X2009, Miyuron, Kaiser Redgrave, Rufus, Rain, Sniper712, Extreme Reaper, Satoshi Yagami, When Idiots Play Games Together, Speedwagon 1809, Waifu Merchant, Kei Naoyuki, and Nathan Johnston. Thank you folks so much for your support, and again, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd like to read through your thoughts, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.